for today's video, we'll be having a book review. So I'll be sharing to you my thoughts, opinions, and reaction also on a novel written by one of my most favorite author, Leav. Leav is an international best-selling author and a social media sensation. In fact, I have been following her on Instagram and I have read some of her works already, some of her pieces, and it is really so good, so nice, and you can really sense that Lang as a writer is really passionate in it. You know, the diction, the flow of her poetry is really very charismatic. In fact, if I would describe it, it's impeccable. It has perfection in itself. So that's why when I've heard that she released a book, a novel. So, you know, I love novel. So at that time that I've heard of it, I really right away, right-handedly grabbed one. And so this is what we were talking about. This is the book that we are talking. So this is, I don't know if this is the first time that Lang released a novel, because mostly I've heard it's about its poetry. Okay, but before anything else, before we proceed to the book, the content itself, I would just like to give also a quick review on the cover, on the book itself, the physical book itself. You know, it's very sleek. You know, when because I bought this one at NBS, National Bookstore, and it's really very attractive. The first time I saw it, it has like that magnet wherein it pulls you to grab one, to buy one, because it's really good. It's very trendy kind of book, and it's quite big. It's quite big, but it's so sleek. This one, and it has this one. The bookmark is also so cute. This one. And at the back portion, there it is. And it has this short lines here that says, "A girl who cried wolf, a boy in sheep's clothing, a killer romance, a deadly secret." So we'll find out later. It makes you wonder also if is it the same theme with most of her poetries, because her poetries, you know, the emotions that it depicts are mostly about grief, pain, sadness, something like that. So, you know, this is very Lang, sad girls. So I wonder if also, who are the sad girls? You know, does it something to do with Lang also? Because that's her poetry. That's the emotions that she gave on her poetry. So, you know, you have that kind of vibe already. Now the story. So the characters in the story are, let's have Audrey. Audrey is an 18-year-old aspirant writer who experiences panic attacks, you know, anxiety attacks. And Rod is the love interest of Audrey and also a writer. And the friends of Audrey, we have Lucy and we have Candela. Lucy has a boyfriend, and the name of her boyfriend was Freddie. And then Candela, the stubborn one. And then we have Doc. Doc is the boyfriend of... Yeah, the story actually started with the burial of one of their classmates, namely Anna. And the story starts there. You know, the confusion, the curiosity starts there. Who is Anna? What happened to her? So it's the factor that makes you read the next chapters of this book, because you wanted to find out if what happened to Anna. Okay, so I will just give you a quick glimpse of the story because I don't want to be spoiler, but kinda. Sorry if I spoil you a little bit of it. The story started on the burial of Anna. one of their classmates. And then during the burial, there, Audrey, the main character, met the great Rod. Okay, Rod is the boyfriend of the classmate, Anna, the one who died. And then there they met, and then I think that's right away they feel comfortable at each other because they're both writers. I think that's one also of their common grounds where they can talk a lot of things, so that's why they feel comfortable talking with each other. But right then, of course, they're just friends, but they're very comfortable already. Now Audrey has a boyfriend, okay, and also, of course, Rod is grieving because his girlfriend died. And then the lie that Audrey told to her friends about what she saw that night before Anna died. It's about Anna and her father, which is actually a lie. Okay, and then she told her friends, and then one of the sister of her friends actually listened, and then sister to mother, and then the rumor spread. And during the death of Anna, of course, that's one of Audrey's guilt. I mean, of course, because she spread that lie. Now, because of that lie, the family of Anna also was like in chaos because of that. And then to know that it was just a lie, this is the time that Audrey suffers panic attacks. Like in the book, it's really described how she felt. She even had this counselor, this psychologist, psychiatry, she has a counselor which also which seems like a guide to her in her sufferings. Audrey met Rod, and then which causes her more anxiety attacks because of that lie, the guilt of telling that lie. And then Rod knew about the lie, and then Audrey jeopardizes her career, and then Audrey decided to go to Colorado. At first I thought that it has something to do with Rod, that's why she wanted to go to Colorado. But it goes to show that Audrey wanted to go there because she wanted to find herself. Maybe because of what she did and what happened back then. And then when Rod asked her, actually she answered. She said that I don't know who I was. I need to find out. And so she went to Colorado. And then after that, in Colorado, she met another love interest. And that is Gabe. And then eventually it didn't work out because she still likes Rod. And then the ending is really shocking. And I think that the climax is there really. It heightens all the emotions. And you will really ask yourself, what? Yeah. Why? Is that what happened? Maybe that is why. Okay, something like that. So it's like the plot twist is there and everything else changes because of that twist at the last part of the story. Now let me share to you my thoughts and reactions after I've read this story. First word that came out in my mind after I've read this one is the word dark. Okay, because yes, it has that psychological side because she suffers from anxiety attacks, and somehow it's detailed in the story. It's a little bit detailed how she experiences those, and then the pain, the sadness is there, and then there it is, the ending. Who would have thought that was the real thing that happened? Yeah, they live happily ever after. And then how could they do that? I mean, how could they live happily ever after when, they left people behind? And they're not just the people that they know, they are their friends and their family. It's just like they run away. I have that thought that they have that selfish, character, wherein they just go and then left everything behind. Okay, and the story is really about them, their love story. But then what about the people who are also with them, like the friends and the family? Although the family, they don't have good relationships, it makes me wonder also why Audrey did that. Why did she do what she did? Okay, the lie that she told to her friends, which eventually spread and becomes a rumor, which is actually a lie. So I wanted to find out why she did that, and it goes to show that she did that only because she was young at the time, and maybe I don't know, I don't understand. Like, okay, you're young, but that was just too much. But there are many ways wherein she could have told everyone that it was just a lie, that it's not true, but she didn't. That's why she suffered anxiety or panic attacks. So that's one also of my big questions. Like, the reason, like, I thought there was really a deep reason why she did what she did. Okay, but it wasn't exactly as I have expected. Now on the other side also, I like to point out how good the poetry was delivered in some parts of the book, like the one that Rod made for Anna. Like, if you have read the poems there, it's italicized and you can really read it well, and you can really see how good it was written. I will show you that part here. Okay, that part there. It was really nice, and it really shows how good Lang is in terms of writing poems. So that's one also of the things I appreciate. And Lang has really a wide range of vocabulary, which is obviously observed in the book also. The flow, how she writes it, it was very clear, and at the same time I can feel the vibes of poetry, like, because also maybe the characters, Audrey and then Rod, they're both writers, so you can feel the essence of how passionate they are in terms of writing. So that goes to show also how good Rod is in terms of writing poetry, especially the one that she made for Anna. On the other side, the ending was just really very twisted. Like, after I've read the story, I was just really staring blankly in the wall, and I don't know what to think, and I kept thinking on Audrey and Rod and why they did that, especially Rod. Why did he lie also? Why did he not tell the truth right in the first place? Indeed, it's true that it's young love. Like, when you're young and you have felt that feeling, that emotion, and then you can do whatever you want. The ending is just really difficult to absorb because, I've read this one, a killer romance, a deadly secret. So maybe that is what it is all about. And that's why it has that really dark ambience, and then the characters who kept secret. But on the other note also, like, we human beings, we have our secrets. Somehow we kept secrets from even our friends and loved ones. And in the case of Audrey and Rod, it's a secret that binds them. It's kind of hard to believe, but yes, sometimes there are secrets that will make you, like, stick to each other. And that's what happened to Rod and Audrey. It becomes the foundation of the relationship that they have. It's just that for Rod and Audrey, it's a really dark one, a dark secret. And actually, it's a scene. But, you know, in life, we all have secrets. Sometimes that's why we become friends with our friends right now, because we have secrets also. Like, something that we don't want others to know about us, or something that we did that we don't want others to know, because that's what our friendship is. Like, it all started there. But in some sense also, it becomes a foundation of the relationship that you have. But I'm not saying that it's the same with them, because, you know, it's a different kind of secret that they have, Audrey and Rod. But in reality, yes, we have secrets. We won't deny that. We are humans, and at the same time also, we're not perfect. Yeah, that's it. And overall, I still like it because it gives me a different kind of emotions, a different ride of emotions, and somehow it thrills me. It's very unique, and the ending gives me a different kind of emotion and realization and many other things that I thought. It gives me ups and downs, but then that's the essence of a book. I mean, if you're just like feeling like this all the way, you know, very plain, so that doesn't make the book interesting. But since it thrills me, it stirs me up also, so I like it. It's just that there are some parts that are difficult to understand, difficult to comprehend by our human mind, and it is unusual, but still, good job. Indeed, sad girls. And I think the sad girls here are Audrey, Lucy, Candela, the mother of Audrey. You know, they are the sad girls. That's for me, I think. But good job. Shout out to Hannah and Inday. Salamat guys.